I'm almost too excited and perplexed in moments because I just feel like we have the best team, and I'm so lucky, and thank you so much for everything you do. So, hi, Ben.
Hi.
So today Biddy is hosting a class inspired by the new Rare Beauty fragrance. When you smell the scent, where does it transport you to?
I don't think I'm allowed to say where it transports me.
What the heck?
I love, honestly, that was the thing. Remember when we were promoting the album and I was like, I love this thing, it's not out yet. When you guys are gonna lose your mind when you have it. Oh, I don't know if one of the things I wear is out yet. Okay, when she's gone, I spray it all over me so I can remind myself of her while she's gone. It's terrible.
It's so cheesy.
If you've ever wondered what two of the world's most iconic pop stars gift each other, it turns out the answer is something warm, sweet, lovingly homemade, and maybe even a little quirky. In a world awash with extravagant celebrity gifts, Taylor Swift and Selena Gomez have quietly redefined friendship goals with a gesture as unique as is heartfelt: a loaf of blueberry lemon sourdough bread. But this was no ordinary baked good, adorned with personality-packed stickers. Thank you for supporting my small business. Baking because murder is wrong. And baked fresh by Tay Tay, the simple present became a microcosm of their singular friendship, brimming with inside jokes and shared warmth. This isn't just a story about bread. It's a window into a friendship that has, for more than a decade, thrived on authenticity, support, and a relentless sense of humor. So, what's behind the loaf that had Selena beaming and the internet swooning? The details tell a story far richer than anything that could be wrapped with a bow. To the uninitiated, the idea of Taylor Swift, international superstar, multi-platinum musician, political lightning rod, spending time elbow deep in flour and blueberries might sound improbable. But to die-hard fans, it's entirely on brand. Swift has long been open about her love for baking, whether it's cookies for fans during her Tumblr days, scones for her squad, or elaborate birthday cakes. Swift gravitates toward the kitchen when it's time to show someone she cares. Baking, for her, isn't a Sunday afternoon hobby. It's an act of love. Selena Gomez, too, isn't new to the world of food-related affection. With her own cooking show under her belt, Selena plus chef, she celebrated food not just as sustenance, but as connection, creativity, and joy. It's why Taylor's bread, coming fresh from her oven in her heart, was the kind of gift that landed so perfectly. But the blueberry lemon sourdough was more than just a snack. It was practically a love letter in edible form, stitched alongside with tongue-in-cheek stickers. Each message doubled as an inside joke and a signpost of their relationship. Cheerful, quirky, never too serious, deeply affectionate. One might argue, why not just buy something expensive? Surely Taylor Swift could afford to shower Selena with the most glamorous presents imaginable. But as both fans and friendship experts know, thoughtfulness far outweighs price tags. There's a certain magic to receiving something handmade, a tactile reminder that you are worth someone's time, attention, and care. Now, picture this. Swift in her kitchen, carefully folding blueberries and bright lemon zest into the dough, kneading, proofing, waiting as the sourdough rises. The scent of toasting sugar and tart citrus, a little music in the background, perhaps an unreleased track, perhaps just the ambient hum of the world outside Taylor's window. Every stage involves patience and intention. It is impossible to bake bread mindlessly. And in every rise, in every gently burned finger from testing the crust, there is meaning. Bread, as it turns out, is a fitting symbol for their friendship. Both require time to rise, warmth to flourish, the right mix of ingredients to become something extraordinary. They weather their own periods of rest and renewal, sometimes stepping back, always reconnecting. The sourdough loaf is, much like their bond, perfectly complex, sweet but with a little tang, utterly unique. Part of the charm in Selena's gifted loaf wasn't just the bread itself, but the stickers festooned to the packaging, each one winking at the depth of their friendship. On the surface, it's a playful nod to the explosion of home-based ventures, especially since the pandemic. But for Taylor, who steered her own business empire and fiercely re-recorded her music catalog to regain ownership, the sticker becomes a tongue-in-cheek acknowledgement. Yes, she is the CEO of pop, but she's also in the business of meaningful connections. This sticker swoops the conversation into the realm of true Swiftian humor. There's always a whiff of mischief in Taylor's public persona, a sly wit that winks not just at her friends, but at her fans and critics alike. The message here is simple. Everyone needs a healthy outlet. And if you're as famous and occasionally scrutinized as Taylor, baking might just be the key to serenity. It's also a tiny, delightful example of the macabre humor Selena is known for, think, only murders in the building. Here lies the coup de grace, the seal of authenticity and affection. Tay Tay, a nickname reserved for friends and fans, appears taped across the wrapper, guaranteeing that no assistant chef or publicist touched this bread. It stands as a reminder. This is Swift's bread, made for Gomez from scratch. Nestled among the pastry and puns was a handwritten note. Selena Super and Benny Bow. The internet, as always, tried to decode the message. Some speculated Benny refers to Benny Blanco, the producer and Selena's partner, a sweet nod to her happiness in romance. Selena Super is the kind of nickname you give a friend when you're their oldest cheerleader, recognizing their strength, their achievements, and their irreplaceable presence in your life. In that peculiar phrase lies a subtle affirmation of Taylor's unwavering support. Being super isn't about being perfect. It's about rising through struggles, showing up for people, and doing your best even when the cameras aren't rolling. The note is a nudge of pride, an inside joke, and a eulogy for every time the world underestimated the both of them. So many celebrity bonds flicker in and out, casualties of time, distance, or the pressures of constant media attention. Yet, Swift and Gomez have endured. Their friendship has weathered rumors, industry politics, and personal heartbreaks. It has evolved from inseparable tours and Instagram selfies to letters, late-night calls, and yes, loaves of handcrafted bread. They've always spoken openly about supporting each other, publicly cheering each other's music, quietly sitting together at award shows. This loaf is a reminder that friendship, especially in Hollywood, must be actively tended, just like a sourdough starter. It needs to be fed and nurtured, or it goes flat. And if you're Taylor Swift, maybe the secret ingredient really is a sense of humor. The stickers, the sparkly note, and the carb-laden gesture all add up to something money can't buy. Proof that the most special gifts are the ones bearing marks of real humanity. The world didn't swoon over this bread merely because of who gave it or who received it, but how it was given. In a social media landscape saturated with polished PR and curated feeds, there's something beautifully analog about a homemade loaf, festooned with silly stickers, being passed from one superstar to another. It invited fans to imagine both women as something far more relatable than their global fame might suggest, as friends who deeply enjoy surprising, delighting, and nurturing one another. The loaf became a symbol, not just of their kinship, but also of the universal truth that no matter where you come from or how famous you become, the rituals of friendship are timeless. There's a reason why news of Swift's sourdough made waves. It tells us that for all the glitz of red carpets and world tours, the things our heroes treasure most are moments of sincerity and warmth. When you peel back the layers, beyond the best-selling albums and blockbuster TV shows, you find two people who are remarkably skilled at loving each other and who use patience, creativity,